What grade would you give the Utah Legislature for its efforts to restore the Great Salt Lake? Hi, I'm Joe from the Great Salt Lake Waterkeeper, and this is Liquid Courage, a no series about water in Utah. Since the Great Salt Lake hit its 2022 record low water level, the Utah Rivers Council has been critical of the Utah Legislature's short and long-term failures to create policies to raise water levels by providing real protection to the lake and by eliminating policies which encourage upstream water waste. Some legislators counter this criticism by arguing that Utah has implemented the policies necessary to save the lake. The question is, can we trust what they say? One claim some legislators make is that the Utah Legislature has spent over $1 billion on the Great Salt Lake since the 2022 record low.
We've spent over $1 billion of our own money going to help the Great Salt Lake.
This $1 billion claim has been made again and again over the years by legislators in committee and members of the media in dozens of news stories. $1 billion is a lot of money. But where did the money for the Great Salt Lake actually go? We did the math on legislative funding from 2021 to 2024 and found that of the $1.26 billion, about $543 million went to water infrastructure, like drinking water projects, dam safety, and other construction projects which won't restore lake levels. Another $291 million went to agricultural optimization, making farms more water efficient, but the farmers are allowed to keep that saved water instead of sending it to the lake. Another $283 million went to water conservation efforts, but there's little or no guarantee this conserved water gets shepherded to the lake. Only about $146 million was dedicated for research, water leases, and wetland restoration at the Great Salt Lake. Even if we add the $30 million Utah just spent to buy U.S. magnesium and acquire the water rights for the lake, it's still just a drop in the billion-dollar bucket. If $1 billion for the Great Salt Lake is an A grade, the Utah Legislature has earned a big fat F. And since the Utah Legislature is the entity funding these appropriations, do they really not know where these funds are going? Or are they intentionally misinforming us so we won't hold them accountable? As the 2026 Utah legislative session comes to a close, we should all be wary of bogus claims about how much this legislature did for the Great Salt Lake. Just because someone claims money is going to the Great Salt Lake doesn't mean it really is. Visit GreatSaltLakeWaterkeeper.org to learn more. See you next time.